Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Q&A ahead of Gameweek 10. My name is Az, and I am currently ranked 4,915,111th in the world. And I'm joined by Tom, who up until recently was doing really well. He then came on a Q&A with me and doubled his rank. How you doing, Tom?
Good, thank you. Well, I bought Michael Keane, so that may explain a few things.
Yeah.
But yeah, the weekend was a bit miserable, to be honest. FPL Mackham in the chat talking about Chelsea Sunderland. Yeah, fair play. Not much to say about that.
Both our teams lost. We lost to United. You lost to Sunderland. Both our teams did terribly. You only really had a good weekend if you were a Brentford fan, or you had
owned Mbeumo,
or you had Rodon, or you had Van der Ven. Right, that was about it. Otherwise, you probably had a pretty crappy week because no one came in, right?
Yeah. Anyway, let's crack on. We should say that Sam is not completely missing in action.
She is,
because this is the third week now we've done this.
I'd say she is missing in action, but she's not really missing because we know where she is. But she's not around. No, she is she's in Dubai, right? At the moment, she's back.
Yes. Yeah.
She's back. She's back this week because she's coming on Black Box on Friday. She's rushing home, so she can look forward to Mr. Q&A.
What could go wrong with that schedule?
I know.
Planes and baggage and everything.
It's going to be me on my own doing a late tackle on Friday. I cannot wait. Hello, everyone in the chat. Thank you for waiting. Not my fault we were late this time, I would like to say. For once. We're waiting for Tom. Stuck in traffic was the excuse. Didn't know you were old enough to drive, Tom.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, we have fun. Get your questions in. We will answer as many as we can over the next 40 minutes or so. I would suggest you take Tom's answers rather than mine, but I will answer them as best I can too. To be honest, my advice I'm giving people remains okay. I mean, I was really, really hot on Mbeumo last week. Didn't take my own advice. Didn't buy him. Went on and scored 2 goals. I remember there was questions about should I do Foden to Mbeumo. I had one in a group chat. I was like, I'd be doing that move in a heartbeat. Didn't do it myself. Could have done it for Gyökeres. Didn't do it. Whatever. It's fine. Too late now. Or is it? I don't know. Would you buy Mbeumo now? Is it too late for him?
Who for, though? I don't know. I mean, for Salah, maybe. For Bruno, I think it's a bit of a waste.
Yeah.
To be honest. I've done 2 transfers.
Have you? What have you done?
Well, Mateta and Munoz.
Oh, you
boring
man.
We have to wait and see if they limp off against Liverpool.
Yeah. Let me guess. Mateta for João Pedro. Yeah, of course.
I sold Lacroix, though. Bit of a...
Yeah, sold Lacroix. Interesting. Interesting. I still like 21 DEFCONs he got, wasn't it, against Arsenal?
Yeah, still, don't get any more points, though, do you?
No, you don't. No. Do you reckon they'll change that next year? Do you reckon they'll up it? Make him even more overpowered?
I mean, but then Senesi would be, 6 million or something?
Yeah, imagine him just getting 6 points every week. Shout out to Luke, who bought in Haaland and Senesi, I believe, for the first time this season, and watched Haaland not score and Senesi not get DEFCON for, I think, the second time, but I think he went off early on the other one. So, yeah, cheers for that. Cheers for that, Luke. We'll blame him for the points. JC9376, what do we think about triple Arsenal defence? Given that Saka and Gyökeres are... Well, they're off form, really, aren't they? And we're not really looking at anyone else. Eze did score, potentially, but you could just go Raya, Gabriel, Timber.
Yeah, I mean, I think it kind of... I think it's justifiable to go without an attacker, although I wouldn't sell Gyökeres this week, for sure. Burnley conceded 2.5 XG to Wolves and Leeds the last 2 weeks.
I might captain him, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, there's worse picks. There are worse picks.
Oh God, is there?
But I don't know. It would have to be Raya because I wouldn't pick a third Arsenal defender over Munoz. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So,
but you could go 4 or even 5 at the back, right?
Yes. Yeah, you could, of course. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess I don't know. From a mental health perspective, tripling up on one team is a bit. I just probably wouldn't enjoy that too much.
Thing is, it's all right. I mean, it's a decent run, isn't it? I mean, it's Burnley, Sunderland, Spurs at home, who are... I know that they scored 2, but that was mostly the Van der Ven show, but they are struggling a bit on the attacking stats. And then it's Chelsea. I mean, you're playing with Mark Gu and Pedro, and I know Delap's coming back, but still, you're looking a bit ropey.
Palmer, that could be Palmer's first game.
Yeah, well, that's a good time to play, though, right? If Palmer's just come back and might get a bit of an early sub, or be a bit rusty after being a little bit. I think over the next 4, given that Arsenal have got 6 clean sheets in 9, you've got to see another. I'd say 2 as a minimum, right? I'd say 3.
Can
and
it
4.
continue though? In the back of my head, I'm thinking
could happen.
I don't know. But would you actually triple up on them?
Probably not. I mean, I'm not even really considering the double up. I just don't like doubling up on teams. I don't care how good they are. It just drives me mad.
I fear that maybe. I think you perhaps should do that.
Yeah. Timber's gone up to 6-1 now.
Yeah, he is. Although having said that, I'd buy Munoz this week ahead of any Arsenal defender.
Yeah.
If you already have one, in that case.
Well, the transfer last week was going to be I had Mbeumo one lined up, and then the Gabriel news here, and then I was thinking of getting Timber in, so getting rid of Gyökeres, getting Timber in, and moving to Mateta early. Didn't do that. I'm now 0.3 down or 0.2 down on that as well, and I'm looking at that and thinking, I should have made that move because. I don't know, the difference between Gyökeres and Timber at the moment is, well, Timber's outscoring him comfortably and he's 3 million less, and there's a lot you can do with that extra money. So that's the advantage of the defence, is that you triple up on the 3 around 6 million, and you haven't got to pay the 9-10 million for the Sakas, and who else. So you can use that money quite effectively. But I think the double is probably where it's at. I still think, if I was picking 3, I think I'd still go Saka, Timber, and Gabriel, personally.
Yeah, fair enough.
Long-winded answer. Come on, these are the real questions. Mustafa Hassan, Longstaff or Dewsbury Hall? There we go. Now we're back into it.
Longstaff. But if you've already bench boosted, I'd just buy King, if that's kind of relevant.
Yeah, quite a few bench boosts are going to happen with King, I think, this week. If you've kept him for this time.
Scored
Wolves
last
at home.
night.
Scored, yeah.
And Smith Rowe's injured, who started ahead of him last week.
Yeah. These two, Longstaff's got the set piece, and Everton just don't score any goals.
It's just cheaper. Well, I don't really.
Yeah.
The 0.1, but I can't see why you wouldn't save it.
Yeah, I'd go Longstaff as well. Although the Leeds fixtures are pretty rubbish. It's a hard question to answer because it depends. If they're going to be like your 4th mid for the next however long, then it's no one, right? Like you really want to avoid it. If you're just bringing one in as a sub option who can maybe come in every now and then, I think it's still Longstaff because you could always get something from a set piece. FPL Mackham has only one question he's answering today. Should I start the Goalkeeper? I still haven't used the wildcard. And I haven't
thought about him. I haven't thought about him since game week 1.
Still got the Goalkeeper. That is...
Is he in the team?
He's in and out of the team. I mean, we are so poor at the back that it doesn't really matter because he's going to get you 1 point whether he comes on or whether he starts the game. I don't think he's played 60 minutes since like the start of the season.
It's 59, 55, 21 and 6.
Oh God.
And then injured 24.
Yeah, I know he's been subbed off and on a few times. Will he start? It's really hard to say because, I mean, he started against Manchester United and they absolutely battered us until the last 5 minutes of the game. So you would think, I don't know. It's too hard to say. He could move Kadioglu over to the left and mix things up a bit. My guess would be he would start, and against Leeds, you never know. But I would say he's one of the worst options to play. I mean, I've got Juve, and I'd rather play Juve over De Kuiper this week. That's how bad I'm rating him. So find any excuse not to play him. And if you have to, don't expect anything. is the word on there. Benteke says, I had West Brom triple defence during the Pulis era. It was not fun when they conceded. Wow. Who was there during the Pulis era at centre-back for West Brom?
This is showing my age a bit, but
is it?
Was it like Chris Brunt? No, I remember being at school.
Well, Chris Brunt wasn't at the back.
He was. He was a fullback.
He was a winger, wasn't he?
I think some years he was.
Defender. I think he was a winger. He moved into defence for like one season, like played in poo.
Yeah,
reverse that position.
Gareth McCauley. Remember
Oh, of
owning him a bit.
of course, Macaulay. Were you around in the for that Macaulay assist? Were you there for that? Mark's
Well, yeah, I would have been.
legacy.
That was what 9 years. I'd been about. Well, I must have been like 15.
Yeah. Yeah, Macaulay and Dawson. That's who it was. Yeah, it was. Brunt did play it, but Brunt did play at fullback. But I'm sure he was a winger.
Craig Dawson. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Craig Dawson was there. Yeah, what a player. Pompey, afternoon boys. Would you bring in Bruno Fernandes or Mbeumo? Easy one for me. I would 100% go for Mbeumo. I've been saying it all season. I can't believe people own Bruno Fernandes. It's disgusting.
I mean, I disagree. I'd say Mbeumo in terms of the question. If they were the same price, I'd pick Bruno though.
Have you got Fernandes?
Yeah.
Why?
But I mean,
Come on, why?
I mean, well, he's okay. So he's.
Do you hate football, Tom? Do you hate watching football? Is that why?
Football. I watch too much football. But no, I think, well, for a start, he's obviously he was a reliable pick. Money's not too much of an option. I mean, I know we can say if he hadn't have missed 2 pens, well, say he scored one of those pens, he'd basically be level with Mbeumo. Like his XG per 90 is 0.66.
If my aunt had wheels,
good.
Tom.
Yeah, whatever. But last few weeks, he's got 4, 8, 3, -110, 2, 10. Like it's pretty good, isn't it?
But don't you just hate watching him, just waiting for a pen?
There is nothing I love more than him passing it sideways to get an assist and then bagging 3 bonus points. Like that Liverpool game, that was enjoyable.
To be fair, his assist in the Liverpool game was actually really good. I won't take that off him. I just watched so many games where he's just like proper DM style.
You don't like to count his defcons.
You're watching Mbeumo, just he's so advanced, so up the pitch. It's that question of fun versus points. But I genuinely think Mbeumo's gonna outscore Fernandes this year by a comfortable margin for less price. So I don't think it's close. I don't think it's close between them. I would 100% go for Mbeumo over Fernandes, but with the caveat that I'm just under 5 million in the world. So maybe that's why I've owned Fernandes for 1 week this year. Tom, that's the one when he missed the penalty. So he is literally dead to me. Derek Nelson says you're mad. Bruno is one of the best picks. He's not one of the best picks. I'm just not having it. I'm not having it.
He's actually, from a non-FPL point of view, he's actually having a very good season.
Of course he is. Absolutely.
I think he's playing really well.
He's an unbelievable player. I can't stand him. He boils my blood more than I think any other player in the league. But he is absolutely a world-class player. There's no debate around that. But picking DMs for penalties.
If he'd scored the 2 pens right, and this is like, again, if he didn't, but he would be the second highest scorer midfield player.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't got the mentality, has he? Couldn't score him.
Well, one of them, the ref, let them do a substitution or something.
Yeah. But I mean, he's bloody lucky. I mean, to even be in the position to have had 4 penalties in 9 games.
3, but yeah, I mean, Haaland hasn't got a single one yet, which is kind of mad when you think about that.
And also Gordon, who I've had for bloody ages as well. It's United though, isn't it? They love giving Man United penalties. Bruno from Az, yes, yeah, exactly. JC says Bruno's played when Makaleli did. Yeah, would you pick Makaleli for FPL? Of course you wouldn't.
Well, my pronunciation of Makili or whatever you call him,
Mukiele.
I do pick Makiele half the time.
You don't know who you're picking. You probably weren't even around when Makaleli was playing, were you? That was
no.
Oh God, you.
But are. I do. Obviously, I have seen. I do know a lot about him.
Yes, he was a hell of a player. Mike FPL, Enzo or Sarr on Wildcard?
I talked about this on the earlier stream I did, and I would still say Enzo this week because he's playing Burnley and Wolves.
What do you think of Enzo? I've been disappointed with Enzo. Obviously, had him against Liverpool, blanked, but I thought played really well. Obviously, then got injured. Played against Sunderland, blanked again. Becoming a bit of a annoyance, even though I still believe in him. But were you impressed with him?
I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, he had the most shots and made the most chances of any Chelsea player against Sunderland.
He was one attacking return away from max bonus as well, wasn't he? He was quite congested, and he was doing quite well on that. And
yeah, and he hit the post against Liverpool.
Yeah.
So
in the last.
No,
second.
I think it'll be great. I may even buy him next week, to be fair, with Wolves and Burnley.
Yep.
Although if I was wildcarding, I would maybe have both.
Yeah, I think Sar's a great pick. I think I'd be tempted to lean towards Sar, but it's difficult when you're a bit biased. Like when you've had a player who's blanked a couple of times and I've kind of lost that buzz around him. But I think from next week, Sar against Brighton, I mean, he scares the hell out of me as a Brighton fan, what he could do against us in that game. You know, whatever idiot we put out at left back is going to not be happy with Sar coming at him. So he's going to be in my team for sure ahead of that Brighton match. So both good picks. I think I'd lean just towards Sar. Mustafa, it's a good one. We talked about obviously tripling up on the Arsenal defence. What about captaining an Arsenal defender? I think it was was it Let's Talk or was it Harry? I think it was Let's Talk who was saying, you know, if you're debating like captaining Gabriel, you know, for that consistent returns, just do it this week. Like otherwise, you're always going to find an excuse not to do it. You're always going to try and talk yourself out of it. If you're seriously thinking about it, now or the game, surely to do it against the two promoted teams, would you do it? I mean, it's just Gabriel, right? I don't think I'd put it on Timber or anyone else. I think it would just be Gabs.
No, but even Gabriel, like he doesn't. I don't really like it, to be honest. Especially against Burnley, like I don't really think he would get DEFCONs maybe in such an easy fixture. And then you're kind of capped at 6 or 7.
Bullet header?
Hoping for a goal, which happens 2 or 3 times a year. Whereas Haaland, you know, I mean, Mateta scored a hat-trick against Bournemouth, 2 weeks ago? So
Gyökeres over Gabriel, captain?
Yeah, definitely for me.
Okay.
Burnley the worst defence in the league.
I hate captaining defenders. I don't care how good they are. I don't care how good their stats are. If it gets to the end of the week and Burnley have scored some scruffy goal and, you know, Arsenal have won that game 4-1 and it's Gyökeres and Saka have got all the points, you'll just be annoyed with yourself. And like he's a fine pick, like he's good, but I think I'll always focus on an attacker. I don't think I'm ever going to start captaining defenders, even with all the new rules and everything, because
I'm pretty sure I'd rather captain Munoz, to be honest. The right winger, Palace's right winger. He's more chance of 15-pointer, I think. Yeah,
I don't know about that. I think I'd go Gabriel over Munoz, but I don't think I'd do either. OG, dilemma for me this week potentially: Reijnders or Calvert-Lewin. Love that. That's the big question. I'm sure a lot of people have got that dilemma, so it's an important one to ask.
Who are Leeds playing? I'm not even sure.
They're playing us, Brighton. We're at home. I've seen Calvert-Lewin destroy us when we lost 6-1, I think it was, to Everton a few seasons ago. Calvert-Lewin was unplayable. Honestly, absolutely unplayable. On every header, got an assist quite early on. I think he might have scored as well. He was just absolutely unbelievable. So he's got it in.
Yeah, I would probably... If Rodri is available, I'd start Reijnders.
Yeah. If
Rodri's not, then I would start Calvert-Lewin.
That midfield of Reijnders and Bernardo Silva just doesn't work, does it? If they roll that out again at Bournemouth, I can see Bournemouth winning that game.
Yeah, I mean Bournemouth have a good record. Didn't Semenyo score against them last year?
Yeah. That was the start of their issues, wasn't it? Because I think they just about got through Southampton, and then they played Bournemouth, lost that game. Then they played us, and we beat them, I think. Yeah. And then they just couldn't win. They went about 6-7 games, you know, without getting a win. So Bournemouth are arguably a better team this year, so it won't be easy for them at all. Stephen Starfield, I captained Saka last week. He scored 1 point more than Haaland. It's not an easy week to go against Haaland at home. Yeah, I mean, talking about Bournemouth and how good they are, any consideration to go against Haaland this week for captaincy?
I don't think so. I think if I did, it would be Gyökeres, but like I said, Mateta scored a hat-trick against Bournemouth last week. You know, they conceded against Fulham as well. They're not watertight. And then, the week after, Haaland's playing Liverpool. So, 2 straightforward weeks for me. Yeah.
I mean, he's got a couple of... I mean, is Liverpool even a tough game? Don't even know. But, I mean, it's Newcastle away, isn't it? Is that 11? Game week 11? Or 12?
Who, Haaland?
Yeah, Haaland's got Newcastle away.
12, yeah.
In 12, yeah. So that's potentially a week I might be looking to free hit. And back against him, because the chances of him not scoring any other game are so low. I mean, even against Villa, he scored in the 90th minute and ended up almost injuring himself, and it got ruled out. But it could have just been another game of him scoring. He's going into every match just thinking he's going to get 6 to 8 points almost every week. So it's very, very tricky to go against him.
Do you think I should captain Bruno that week?
Who have United got?
Home to Everton. On the Monday Night Football as well.
Well, no, I don't think you should ever captain Bruno. But you got to be tempted to go against Haaland that week, though, right?
I mean, yeah, but it's Bruno or like Enzo Fernandes, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that is.
Salah against Forest is obviously the one that you.
Well, that's why I
Semenyo,
West free
Ham,
hit, right?
actually.
You free hit in free Liverpool and target that game. But by then, Deitch might have got them playing right.
Yeah. Semenyo against West Ham as well.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. JC was Gordon a crap pick. Wish I bought in Claire Balding instead. Yeah, you might as well have done. I got Gordon in on the wild card.
It wasn't a bad pick. No, it was a bad pick.
No, I mean the trouble with him is the minutes, right? He's obviously got the penalties. I still back him to do all right this season, but it's been a long time now without a goal for him in the league. You wonder a little bit how much that weighs on him, and he's getting subbed off when they need a goal. 65, 70 minutes.
In that time, he scored 3 times in the Champions League, scored for England, and got an assist. Like in his last 7 matches, he's got 5 attacking returns.
Yeah.
And you haven't got any of them.
That's zero.
That's crazy. And
this is why we're 5 million, Tom. I can't remember the last time any of my players got me any points. I surely you get something against West Ham, though.
Yeah, I think keep this week, and then you can go to Bruno. Enzo.
Bruno. Whoa. Yeah.
Enzo for Wolves and Burnley seems perfect.
Yeah. Although if Gordon does do well against West Ham, you're going to be tempted to keep, because then it's Brentford and a few others. I want to see you've got to see something from him this week, though, surely, or he's going to be an easy move. A few questions about Welbeck. One from ATTR5, one from Mukalovic, and one from RBman497Y. Basically, just saying thoughts on Welbeck. One potential free hit as well. Delighted to see him score against Manchester United. I think that's amazing. Great free kick on free kicks apparently now 2, probably on pens. Don't see how we can drop him. We haven't got the forward options to rest and rotate around there. Rutter's not really delivered. I don't think our teenagers ready. I don't think our other Greek guys necessarily going to be in line for a start. So it's got to be Welbeck. I don't hate it. I just wonder if you would go for him over Thiago. That bracket it's pretty close between them, I'd say.
Yeah, or even Krupi and then getting like Sarr or Enzo in the midfield.
What's the latest with Krupi? How long's Evan Nilsson out for?
We don't know.
You don't know.
I mean, at this point though, he's not going to be dropped after. I think he'll get a game with Evan Nilsson on the bench. I would have thought.
Yeah, I do like the Welbeck shout. I think against Leeds, I've been slating our defence, but I mean I'm pretty confident we're going to score at least 1 goal against Leeds. I'm going to the game and I have seen 2 consecutive 0-0s at the Amex, so.
So play De Kuiper.
Yeah, exactly. On a free hit, I think I'd probably go for Welbeck on a free hit. Home to Leeds, target the fixture.
Is Minte better or?
I don't think so. No, not with the set piece, not with free kicks and penalties now in Welbeck's locker. I mean, wait to see who starts tonight as well. I imagine Welbeck will miss out tonight, and it could be one of the Greek guys coming in to play. If Welbeck gets a full rest tonight, then I think that's quite an easy pick. No weak foot out of Rodon, Senesi, and Van der Ven. Who would you start? So Van der Ven's got... Who's Spurs got? They got United,
Chelsea.
Right? They got you?
Yeah.
Okay. So Van der Ven away at Chelsea.
Home at Chelsea.
Just let you take this bit. Van der Ven at home to Chelsea. Senesi away at Man City. Rodon away at Brighton. There you go.
That's quite hard, actually.
I mean, they're all. I mean,
you answer it. Actually, we're both biased in this question, aren't we?
Well, what are the advantages of it? I mean, Van der Ven's just scored 2 goals, so That's a plus. But can you see him scoring again against Chelsea? Probably not. Senesi's good for the DEFCON. I mean, we are terribly...
City centre-backs against Man City, by the way, rarely get DEFCONs.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's not to say he can't, but it just, like, I don't even think Tarkowski did.
I think you probably rule Senesi out then, right? So you go for one of Rodon or Van der Ven. I think they both concede. I think I'd probably play Van der Ven.
Do you give up DEFCONs?
I imagine so.
Yeah, Van der Ven is quite bad for DEFCONs in general.
Yeah.
That's quite tough.
It could be low scoring though, right? That Chelsea Spurs game.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we are struggling without Palmer, so
yeah,
probably start Van der Ven.
I think I'll go Van der Ven. I wouldn't expect much from any of them though. So yeah. China, is Josh King the best replacement for Stack, 5 million or below?
If you've played your bench boost, without a doubt. Yep. Just save the money and then move on.
Yeah. Or Longstaff, like we said. Was he like 4'9"? 4'9". Okay, 4'9". Yeah. Bench boost, if you've got it, go for Longstaff. If you haven't, yeah, just stick it on Josh King.
Unless it's this week, I would bench boost King.
Yep. Nova Star, is Mateta essential? All his stats have come from the game where he played against Brentford. Sorry if I'm wrong. I think you mean against Bournemouth. His stats were good before that. He
gets a lot of big chances. He misses a lot of big chances.
He does.
But his numbers are always good. But even if they weren't amazing, like he's still got the best fixtures and he's a good striker who plays every match. So
he's a 90-minute player playing for a good team with the best fixtures in the league, on penalties, no competition. Proven goal scorer in the Premier League. He is a great option. Is he essential?
No, he's not essential. Like...
Because if he was essential, I'd be saying like you've got to sell Gyökeres for him, right? Whereas I'm not doing that myself this week because I think Gyökeres against Burnley, that isn't a priority. As good an option I think Mateta is. After this week, I think he's arguably the second best option in the game. Well, probably okay. Let's put Gabriel. Let's say Haaland, then Gabriel. Then I'd say Mateta's got to be close. He's got to be right up there because the run Palace have got, good home games, good fixtures. I expect him to do really well. So he's not essential, but he's a good pick.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Nikolai, Mateta about Bournemouth game is still 0.5 xG. I mean that's good. 0.5, 0.6. That's decent. He just needs lots of chances because he isn't the most clinical. Finisher. Deban says, "Hey guys, can you suggest any good midfielders for 5.7 million or below, looking to replace Jadon Anthony? 5.7 or below."
Just bringing up the site.
I mean, I like Xhaka, to be fair, at 5. He's someone that I've been looking at bringing in potentially to free up some money and use him on the bench boost a bit later on. Really, really good for DEFCON. He's got a shot on him as well. I don't think we've seen that yet. He hasn't scored yet, but he will get a couple of goals. I mean, he got 7 goals in 22-23. I know he was playing maybe as more of a number 10, but that wasn't a million years ago. He has got an eye. He has got an eye for it. His XGI is not great, but it's not like 0.05. It's sort of in the 0.2 mark, and he's really cheap. So I don't mind Xhaka.
Damsgaard, 5.8.
Yeah. I mean, he's low owned, 0.6.
Oh, he's asked about 5.7. So
yeah, it's minutes though, isn't it? He's the kind of player who gets subbed off quite early.
There's not loads, to be fair. I think if you just want, if it's to sit on the bench, just get King and free up 1.2.
I'll tell you who I do like. I'm doing a Sam because he is over 5.7. But Dango Atara at 6 for Brentford. He's fun.
Yeah, but does he drop out when they play back 5? That's the only thing.
Yeah, true.
He has been benched a couple of times.
True. Looks dangerous though when he plays. Had a great game against Liverpool. Best option for 5.7. Anyone else? I felt there's not a huge.
If Reijnders scores this week, it won't be long until you want him back.
He's back. Because I mean, you're looking at like Cullen, aren't you? Cullen, Xhaka, Longstaff, like we've already talked about. I don't think it's a great list of of players. I'd like Rutter to be up there. You know, he's had a price drop. He was started at 6. He's come down to 5.7. The stats aren't really there though, and his minutes are a little bit in question too. So you could maybe take a punt on him, particularly against his old club. He'll enjoy playing against Leeds. There is a player there, but I don't think I'd necessarily go there. I think I'd just go down to like a Longstaff or a Xhaka would probably be my answer to that. Yeah, JC, slim pickings for cheap mids. Yeah, exactly. FFS, I was on the verge of bringing in this is the one I can't pronounce that you got right last week. A Chiampong. And you guys swayed me to the other side, so I bought Rodon. You saved my week. Thanks for that. That's a rare bit of praise. I think you said he was probably going to play, right? And you'd back him to play.
I said he was probably going to play, but I wasn't 100% sure.
Yeah, well, you were right. I remember you being right about that. I'm thinking, Tom got that right, but then he ended up conceding 2 to Sunderland anyway.
Yeah, well, Tosin came on for him and then just couldn't defend her.
Yeah.
That was a horrific goal, wasn't it? But yeah.
Do you think he keeps his place?
I do, yeah. I think he's better than Tosin. He's playing way better than Chalobah right now. And Fofana, if he plays tonight, won't play on the weekend. So yeah. And Maresca spoke this week about having a consistent centre-back partnership.
How have you spent $1 billion and you've got a Chiampong and Goo starting in Premier League games?
Well, I mean, Delap got injured for a start. Colwill got injured. Palmer got injured because if Palmer was fit, João Pedro would be up top. Centre-backs, yeah, we haven't really bought a big centre-back, to be fair, under this ownership.
Well, you've got about 11 of them. We've got 6 rubbish.
Of them, but yeah. Don't get me wound up about Chelsea. But
yeah, let's give it to something negative about Chelsea. Yeah, fair enough.
Well, Chalobah was obviously free. Chiampong was free. Colwill would start every week. He's injured. Tosin was a free transfer. Badiashiel's never fit. Fofana is just getting back.
No, sorry, you're right. You're really tight with the purse strings. I forgot.
We are in some positions. Well, goalkeeper as well. We hardly spend.
Crazy. Fofana was like 80 million, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then yeah,
terrible.
Good player though.
Terrible club. Magic, MUFC, Mateta or Munoz? Good question. If you were to rank, let's add Sarr to that as well. So say you got Mateta, Munoz, Sarr, 3 players. A lot of people bringing in this week. If you had to rank them in order of priority, where'd you go?
Probably Mateta 1. I think there's people out there who would say that Munoz isn't worth it with Richards at 4.5, and then Sarr probably the 3rd. I'd want to get a defender and Mateta in personally. Yeah,
it's quite interesting because I did a poll a few days ago about Munoz versus Sarr because I could do either. I could either do Calvert-Lewin down and Reijnders to Sarr, or Reijnders down to someone and then Juve to Munoz. Both seem like pretty good upgrades, whichever way I went. But it's close. I think the poll was like 55-45 on Munoz's favour. Harry's in the chat. I think Harry said Munoz as well, and he said it's like not even close. He couldn't believe people were going anywhere else.
I love Munoz. I think he's so fun to own.
He is. Sarr looks a little bit leggy at the moment, doesn't he?
Well, I'm not surprised. Like I think Palace are going to crash and burn after Christmas at some point.
Yeah, so do I. I wonder if they could even make it to Christmas because they've got some big games coming up as well. I mean, it doesn't help having bloody Liverpool in the cup, does it? I mean, I know they're going to rest like quite a few players, but
you've seen the Liverpool team that is going around.
Is it bad?
Yeah, there's a guy called Morrison apparently starting. I've never heard of him.
Okay, that's interesting. That
Freddie Woodman is in goal.
Considering it's not been great. I would have thought maybe he'd put out a. Wirtz will probably play, won't he? But like, please just get a goal.
He's not in the team that's going round.
Not in the team that's going round.
It's Chiesa, Mbeumo, and then Enyoni. It's a young kid. Robertson centre back, and Woodman in goal. Freddie Woodman.
Oh, come on, Palace! I can't stand these big clubs putting out teams like that in the cup. Just
Why? We've always got an issue with something about a big club thing.
well, because it's a joke. Football's just a joke these days. They're just ruining it. You got an
I,
important cup
ever
competition.
since I started supporting Chelsea, like again, like this sounds weird, but in 2010, like we've always rotated in the League Cup every single year. It's not modern football.
Yeah, but Chelsea were the original ruiners of everything that's to do with football. So everyone can
And
have
Brighton
a drink.
play a full strength team, do they?
Nah, of course we don't. No, we put a load of kids out. We put a load of kids out against Arsenal. Probably.
You trot out your Greek strikers that you never even play.
Yeah, true. Kostulas, be interesting to see him. I get it a bit. I get that you want to rest a couple of players and bring a couple in, but making wholesale changes and playing an entire youngster team in a cup competition, I just think is a bit disrespectful.
Do you know what the prize money is for the Carabao Cup?
I can't imagine it's very much. Couple of million,
100 grand.
It's a cup though. It's the principle. Is it really 100 grand?
Well, that's what they say in the Football Ramble podcast, and I think they're being genuine. So.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's got to be more than that. Surely, probably not a huge amount more. I don't know. It just gives me no more delight. Like last year when Liverpool got knocked out, to Grimsby. No, it was United, wasn't it? Who knocked Liverpool out last year? They were championship.
But they lost
team.
the final, didn't they? Or was that the year before? To Newcastle.
Was it the FA Cup? What was the championship team that knocked Liverpool out of one of the cup tournaments last year when they just couldn't lose? They were beating everyone. Someone will remind us.
Preston?
No, I don't think so. Come on, someone in the chat, tell me who knocked out Liverpool. God, it is 100k for winning the whole thing and 15,000 for this round. Plymouth, thank you, Plymouth. Yeah, because they got rid of Rooney and they were useless, and then Liverpool were winning every game, and then Plymouth put on that performance against them. I mean, that was great, but that's what happens when you rotate too much, Tom.
I get to watch Buonanotte later.
You do. You will get to watch Buonanotte later.
I think he's quite good. I've been quite impressed with him.
He's fine. He's just again, he's just a bit of a weird squad player to buy, and I don't miss him. Weirdly though, we are now quite light in the 10 because Gruder's injured. We've lost Buonanotte. Ruta we've been playing as a 9. He's obviously been playing in the 10 now. O'Reilly left to Juventus. So at one point, and we had Pedro. I mean, before the start of the season, before the Club World Cup, we had about 9 players that could play in the 10. Now we've got 2. Yeah, all a bit weird. As a Liverpool fan, I blocked that out of my mind. His Carnage. I loved watching that game. Yeah, really, really fun. Stephen Gallagher. All right, guys, who'd be the top 3 to 5 names on your wildcard draft?
Haaland, obviously.
Gabriel. Let's ignore those 2.
Mateta, Munoz, Enzo, Sarr, and Mbeumo.
Yep. Mateta definitely. Munoz definitely. And
Would you get Thiago in early? Possibly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you would. Because I think you'd go Haaland, Mateta, Thiago, right?
Yes. And
then you'd have a cheap, and then you'd do the midfield option like we said earlier. You'd have either probably King if you were going really cheap, or Longstaff or something like that. Otherwise, you're going up to like a 6.
Yeah.
Would you have 3 pallets?
Yeah. Probably.
I'm seeing a lot of people going for 3 pallets. I do wonder a little bit about whether that is gonna. They're a good team, but are they triple up team with all the congestion they've got? I think I'd be happy with 2. I think Mateta Munoz is the way.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like I said, I'd pick Enzo over Sarr, but so if you could get both, then maybe.
Yep. Yep. Is Šeško a good differential? Asks AT against teams outside the top 4. I wouldn't go anywhere near him. He would be so far down the list of players I'd pick. You're always going to be worried about where he's going to start, right? And even when he does, he hasn't exactly been setting the world alight.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Eddie Casey, hi Tom and Anne. Would you take a -8 for the long run? Richards and Gyökeres out to Munoz and Voltemada.
Definitely not. You sell Gyökeres before he plays the worst defence in the league.
For
I think you're asking
-8.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Just do it next week. Just do it next week. If Gyökeres blanks again against Burnley, then fair enough. Sunderland are a good defensive side. You've given him all the chances in the world, But the thought of selling Gyökeres for a -8 ahead of Burnley, I just don't get it. I mean, you can say all you want about Gyökeres. He hasn't had the best start, I would say, to his career. I mean, he's done all right. Again, similar to Gordon, got some goals in the Champions League, had that good game against Leeds, had it in spells, but there's been lots of times when he's looked a bit slow, like, I don't know, a bit, like he's putting all the effort in, all the work, but the kind of the finishing isn't there, or maybe the final pass or whatever he's trying to do isn't quite working. But against Burnley.
But yeah, I mean, his Premier League goals have come against Leeds and Forest.
Yeah. If Gyökeres doesn't score against Burnley, I retire. I absolutely retire. So, yeah, I'd keep him. I'd keep him for now. Everyone else says Mateta and Mbeumo. Everyone needs to get Sarr. Ironically, I'm probably going to be getting Sarr, so I've covered all my bases on this stream, which is good. We'll take a couple more. Bad Panda, Rice and Mbeumo, or Saka and Paqueta. Paqueta, oh god.
Definitely Rice and Mbeumo.
That's not even close. Not even close. Mbeumo is rivaling Saka anyway. I'm not even totally sure. If I had to pick one, I'd definitely go for Saka. And Rice has outscored him over the last few weeks anyway. Easy move, I think. Rice and Mbeumo. FPL Mackham, would you sell Sanchez to Raya for a -4 for the next 10 weeks?
I mean, I don't really like the hit. I mean, Sanchez is facing Burnley and Wolves in the next 3 weeks. And ironically, will probably outscore Raya even if he has a clean sheet less because he actually makes saves. I just wouldn't do that, to be honest.
Do you think Raya outscores Sanchez by 4 points over the next 10 weeks? Because if the answer to that is yes. No,
but you could do it in 3 weeks, though, couldn't you?
Well, he says he doesn't want to use an actual transfer.
I mean, if you want to get it done, get it done. But I think with Sanchez playing Burnley and Wolves, like Raya's amazing, but he's still not the top scoring keeper.
I wouldn't do it. I just think a hit for a goalkeeper at any time is it's so unpredictable with goalkeepers. I know Ray's been getting his 6 points, but like, say Sanchez has a game where he makes 10 saves and saves a penalty and stuff, then you've lost out. I mean, Raya isn't making the chance of Raya getting a big haul at the moment is really, really low because he's not having to do anything on the pitch. Whereas when you've got another goalkeeper who's busier, like Sanchez is at the moment, a clean sheet could mean a big points haul from them. So even though Raya is the goalkeeper I'd pick if I was picking one, I still don't know if I'd be using. I don't know if I'd be using a transfer, let alone taking a hit. Nah, I wouldn't do it. Cole Bugler says Dobby or Voldemort. Good question.
You can answer that one.
Depends if you're Team Yellen or Team Az. If anyone doesn't know Yellen's vlog, check it out. Yellen FPL. In fact, I'm not going to say anything more. If you're interested to know what the hell Cole was talking about, go check out the vlog. Let us know what you think. Final question then, before we finish. Slightly more nuanced one from AT. Thanks, AT. You've asked some good questions tonight. What rule would you bring into FPL next season? I saw one from FPL Harry earlier where he said, with DEFCON for defenders, you get 2 points for the first 10 and then an extra 2 points for every 5 DEFCONs after that. So Lacroix, for example, would have got an extra 4 points after his 2 for getting 20. So would have had 6, which would have been a decent haul, right? Because he's made 20 defensive contributions. You'd think that maybe could get a little bit more rewarded. So I don't hate that. But yeah, anything you'd tweak?
A couple of bigger ones I would like. I mean, I used to love the Sky game, so I would love to have a captain every day. Makes planning, but obviously it's not going to happen.
No,
it's a mainstream game.
No,
more generalized, I think. A chip,
JC agrees with you.
A chip that you had to load up on one team, I think would be so good for like content purposes. You imagine loading up on like Arsenal against Burnley and then Burnley win 1-0. I think it would be iconic. And then, but one genuine little rule I would do is if you win a penalty, you get 2 points, and there's no like assists for that, because I think it's a bit weird how you can miss a penalty, you don't get it, and then whatever.
Yep. Would you keep the missed penalty for? Because the other thing you go down with that route is you say if you score a penalty, you get a flat point. So say you get, I don't know, 3 points instead of the regular ones, but then you don't lose points for missing. Because penalties are a bit.
You don't lose points for missing.
Well, penalties
I wouldn't
are
do that.
No.
No.
Okay.
I think that's a punishment I think is deserved.
No points for penalties, says Video Surrey. Yes, now we're talking.
It's crazy how Haaland hasn't had a pen this year and he's still scored that many goals.
Yeah, I know. Bad Panda, extra point for goals outside the box. That'd be fun.
Yeah, get the stats on that.
But even all these changes are even like less appeal to strikers, though, right? Because strikers don't score cards, but you'd be even more loaded up on midfielders too.
Can you imagine if it was points for winning a pen and like Bruno was on a blank, he wins a pen, scores a pen, nabs 3 bonus, it'd be 10 points right there.
Yeah,
let's bring it on.
Yeah. I don't know. I do like that rule about the winning the pens, but I also, you could argue maybe you should get points for like big chances created then, right? It's the same kind of principle. Is winning a pen any different to
I guess it's just because it
line?
Leads to an assist, like, you know, and like we're in circumstances now where if you win the pen yourself, you can't get the assist. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think the World Cup game had that rule a few years ago.
I'll put in you can't captain the same player twice in a row. Let's break up the Haaland captaincy. Adds a bit more strategy. You've got to pick the best weeks to captain Haaland. Yeah. And then the next week you have to give it to someone else. Gives a bit more differentiation around. People would hate that. People would hate that, but I quite like to see something like that come in. Anything that just breaks up the template a little bit, because it gets a bit monotonous, doesn't it? I mean, you know, we're talking about like Haaland every week, just being, it's ridiculous to go against him when you've got players like Saka against Burnley, Fernandes against Everton, you know, all these great options, and we're not even talking about them. So yeah, you could do something like that. Excellent stuff, Tom. Thank you for joining. 3rd week in a row. You're a regular on these now. Sam's back next week though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she should be. I can take a break.
Yeah,
finally.
You need to.
I get back to Green Arrows because
well, look at your
bad influence.
I know people watching the pod won't be able to realise, but those watching on stream, you've got like a green hue.
I know, my lighting is shocking, and I really need a lamp on my desk.
Yeah, but I think it's symbolic of the green arrow you're going to have in Gameweek 10.
We hope so. People suggesting the assist points. I mean,
yeah, come on, that is desperation. I love it.
That's like a centre back pass, a 5-yard pass.
I bet you FPL Mackham, who suggested that, is not having a good FPL season and wants more points for his players who are kind of in and around. Excellent stuff. Thank you everyone for watching. Do make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to Fantasy Football Scout. Check out the website, of course. Some great articles on there. For those debating Palace, I saw there was an article written earlier this week on which Palace players to buy, which is great. And yeah, loads of brilliant stuff being published on there all the time by Neil and Mark and everyone. So check out fantasyfootballscout.co.uk. Sam and I'll be back for the Q&A next week. Tom, I'm sure, is going to get a green arrow this week, given his lighting. Who knows what I'm going to get? Surely Gyökeres gets something.
You can't go down from that.
You can. In the words of Mick McCarthy, we can.
Right, keep smiling anyway.
Keep smiling. What can you do? Out of your control. Thanks, everyone, and see you all next week.